Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on Holot Inferno. Between the West, we got here Brosras, fighting for the Soviet Union, socialism, taking on the role here of the 15th Tank Corps versus in the East, we got here Panzergrenadier Angreifen fighting for Germany, the Oberkommando West, taking on the role here of the 3rd SS Panzerdivision Totenkopf with Scavenge. Double infantry artillery bullets and frame versus Brosras defensive reserve army and advanced warfare tactics with triple infantry for him. Volksgrenadier Kuban side here for Angreifen, he immediately sets out there in the West. Brosras with several country squads here, no special rifle command start or a supporting company start, just good old fashioned Russian conscripts here from Brosras. So that certainly stands out a bit there lately, again, considering how many Russian players just go for penal troopers right off the bat. So stands some potential there for a bit of different play from Brosras. Also, of course, quickly securing the centre. Oh, briefly thought he was about to not get this central victory point secured. Occasionally having to move just a bit too fast off the point. And so we've all seen a bit pointless. Got more barbed wire here around the wreckage of an old Stug. Heading northwards here with the conscripts. No sandbags immediately sort of being laid down here by Brosras. Kuhlwagen rolling ahead, conscripts towards here to the church group rather than flank the Kuhlwagen, which immediately wrecks all the barbed wire work that Petrov had sort of done spent his time on. I'm pretty sure Petrov was rather sad about. No, he's actually retreating now, so he might actually be planning some kind of tech. He could be special command, could be supporting Campania. But he's clearly not going to go for a conscript heavy build then. He's just going for a few there. And it is the special rifle command build. That could sort of be a bit what I go for myself as the Soviets. I go for a few conscript squads. And then I sort of quickly move on. Oh dear, he's cheese bagging. But he seems to have forgotten. That doesn't work anymore. Yup, vanishes. So it rather looks like he's sort of going for more the sort of opening I usually go for. Again, 2 conscripts. That's getting a bit of infantry presence out in the field. And then following up with a special rifle command and penal troopers. But of course, scout car. In this case, we'll have to see who then follows up with reserve army, which is what I personally go for. That way, having some rapid conscription. And that's a lot of sort of things to merge with the penal troopers with. Meanwhile, though, Angreifen showing the rest of the map here. More Volksgrenadier on the way for him and Germany. Sandbags being laid down there. Concentrating northwards. Putting in the south being secured. Scout columns down there for Brosras. Sandbags done for the fatherland. And the Kuhlwagen setting out, they're rolling it on its 4 wheels of doom. Yes. Oh. Just quickly hitting the point here. Moving straight for the car point. They're holding up inside the house, taking fire from the machine gun. Heading straight for the car point there, grabbing the munitions. And up north here, constantly about. In the south here, John Pine is waiting for the engineers to get close. And I think it's briefly spot them and make something else the other way. Looking to ambush something as it passes right past the Petros there and fill them with good German net. But there you go. Brosras pulls a fast one here in Angreifen. Goes for it with the scout car again. You don't see a lot of players that are going for this opening, which does give it some efficiency. Again, they see the conscripts walking the figure. Alright, these old conscripts, and then bam! Scout counter penal troop, and they're like, my god! This wasn't how it's supposed to go! Now going the south steel pass pushing back in engineers here. In the centre, Kuhlwagen being pushed back. Can't break through the stout Russian defence there. More troops around here. Conscript scout car doing what they can, but they got more forces just pressuring. I mean, he might, of course, be worried about a battle group headquarters into fast Panzerfaust here, so he's actually pulling back the scout car to avoid getting Panzerfaust. That obviously mean his scout car really didn't do much for him at all, and that would actually be a waste of resources. We got the penal troops out here, though, for Brosras with the SVT-40 semi-automatic rifle, which in particular in the early stages of the war was actually also quite favoured by the Germans, since it was a pretty good semi-automatic rifle. In particular, the Waffen-SS were known for just picking up whatever automatics they could get. That would definitely include the SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles. A little fun fact there as well. I believe the Russians also used them for sniper rifles. In the south here, though, Pioneers fixing up the Kuhlwagen before moving onwards. Scout car a bit more on the reconnaissance duty, and there go 1 penal troop squad. This is 2 Volksgrenadier squads. It's a bit ambitious there by Brosras. I mean, they're not going to last long. I mean, 1-on-1, sure, but 2 Volksgrenadier squads will be able to take them down even in heavy cover. Particularly now they're pulling up into even better cover there and surrounding the penal troopers. So this is not exactly a good engagement. I mean, he lacks something to really just push in there with. Instead, he's actually hitting the core point there. That's not actually a bad idea. This way, so trying to distract and sort of slow down Angreifen's advances, but Angreifen so far is not really halted by that. Second penal troop squad arrives here for the Soviet Union. Moves ahead, and there you go. Conscripts quickly shifting positions here to avoid being shot at too much. Angreifen up with a truck. Could be mechanized, could be battle group headquarters, though, considering he's moving up very aggressively around the curve point. I do smell a battle group headquarters. I do smell a battle group headquarters. Which is certainly bold and aggressive. I mean, you used to see them a lot more, but once people began realizing we just initially counted them with just setting up fort headquarters for that. So it urban defense doctrine, most people knocked it off. I certainly had a lot of fun doing that, for example, the Stalin shed as they called it. Setting up urban fort headquarters there, for example, if they set it up around here. And then completely and utterly punishing them for it. So far, though, Brosras is actually pushing back Angreifen quite aggressively now across the map here. Those penal servers did suffer quite a bit for it. Medics on the way there to help heal his troops. Got truck here trying to push around the conscripts. You rarely see truck pushing as well either after they nerfed the truck a lot. But nonetheless, Brosras does manage to cut off Angreifen's fuel resources there in the south. Kedma from moving out here for Angreifen as well in the 3rd SS. Comes then they need to fall back. And we got Jägers out here. Comes there. Oh, caught in a really bad position. They got a satchel charge off on the Kubelwagen. Talk about overkill, but he certainly does the job. They figured it wouldn't have just gone out of control. My God, we've been hit by a satchel charge. I'm losing control of this, so I figured we would all been blown up by now. Ach, nein, I should have worn seat belts. So, I'm guessing he's just pulling back. He was actually just using it to try and distract Brosras there. Maybe there's something else with Angreifen. I'm certainly being a bit confused by his truck usage there. Either way, we got the Jägers out there. Light infantry recon squad. I mean, Jägers generally weren't that. They were sort of more of a elite-ish infantry unit, sort of less heavily equipped than, say, a regular infantry division, but sort of more aggressive and also able to handle more rough terrain. In that regard, so Jägers were sort of rather special troops. Also, fun fact, their World War I predecessors were alongside the Pioneers, the foundation of the Stormtroopers. So that's also a little fun fact there. Going back the fuel point here, which of course was also cut off there by Brosras' aggressive action. Now he's actually moving it back there. He's also sounding the Kubelwagen. And will he be setting up the battle group headquarters then? Yes, he is. He's going for a very forward battle group headquarters there again for some Oberkommando West player on Plotny Famine. Again, I really haven't seen this kind of positioning since, well, the very beginning. Jägers have been engaged by the Strafniki. 4 kills for the motherland. Scout head continuing to do damage. Got more pins moving up here. It's Angreifen now trying to return the favour there to Brosras by hitting his cut-off point. More Volkers here. I mean, his Zekers, though, has been delayed due to this manoeuvre, though. So, I mean, that does give Brosras more time. Grenade assaults here. So we got, of course, that out here from this doctrine. And certainly Volker is probably one of the best units to have it with, since again you get 1 grenade per member, so in that regard you usually want to use it with this one. It's kind of like in Company's 1, but there was also a similar ability, and you generally just prefer to using it on the Volker grenades because again you got like the most grenade out of them. I think in this that they're through like 2 grenades per man maybe. All the way, battle group headquarters going up, the medics on the way. Bit risky here though. In theory, if Brosras were to figure it out, he could just rush it with penal troopers and satchel charges, quickly knock it out. Up north here though, conscript taking heavy losses from the Volker grenades. The Karnate Gaze case. Did I say gaze? God damn it. Anyways, K's singing out tunes of Teutonic glory as they whiz out their shots there at the conscripts. In the southeast, jumpers push back the conscripts. Jägers are healing as well, quickly being attended by the medics. Of course, they do actually have their own field first aid kits in that regard. The Jägers have an awful lot of just Wehrmacht abilities as part of their sprint and the field first aid kit. They're sort of a weird sort of interlude between the two sides, so the Wehrmacht doesn't get access to the other things like, you know, the infiltration grenade assault or the booby trap points for the similar unit there. Little sort of thought there. Volkers here could probably do with retreating and also getting some assault rifles. I mean, they're low on health, low on numbers, better to pull them back. We got a fort retreat point going up there for Angreifen. Also, the Volkers in the church aren't exactly doing very well. There we go, 1 assault rifle up here. Penals being bunched up. There we go, another grenade assault, this time from the Jägers. Not really doing much except forcing the penals to move out a bit. It's a bit of quiet here again for hiding out. Need to really retreat the Jägers. And a lot of other units again. He needs to get them reinforced and healed up to improve them for the fatherland. Also some take up here I think would benefit Angreifen. But also I think, you know, trying to perhaps less be concerned about this time, head more than the northern resource. Again, needs to try and slow down Brosras' tech, who's in fact already teched up and he's now getting out a T-70, perfect, of course, already hit. Rates of pressure Angreifen a lot more and give him a bit more of a headache there. And the South Scout car there with engineers hitting the southern fuel port, cutting off there from Angreifen. But there you go, Salzburg, German infantry counterattack force going in. There's Jäger spearheading for up with Volksgrenadiers and Sturmpioniere. Troops reinforcing Himmler, Kedmer setting up, and there you go, engineers feeling the wrath of the Wehrmacht. Shots fired and troops sent running. Also, a quick thanks to Fabian for donating and supporting the Propagandacast while I remember it. Big thanks to him. If you'd like to donate, links are in the video description. They can either do it with PayPal or Patreon. But anyways, just a quick note there again, I gotta remember it. I want to thank people, and you know, sometimes I do forget it. Anyways, points have been secured, folks moving about. We got another truck there for Angreifen. So that's going to be the Schwerpanzer quarters. And they'll probably get out Obersoldaten. He, of course, might go for some Panzer IVs or Panthers. But he certainly needs to, I think, try and hit Brosras' fuel more off aggressively. And we got a doctoral choice here for Brosras. It is defensive tactics, calling in the hay mortar rather neatly. We got a grenade assault against the Pilgrims. Oh dear. It was close there to really getting a good impact in. Then again, it's so cheap it doesn't really matter if it sort of doesn't really do a lot of damage. Of course, when it does go off properly, it really just has a big impact on your opponent. T7 here wrecking the house. He's pretty much trying to prevent here Angreifen from infiltrating with Jaegers. Scout there striking. And we got the 120mm mortar moving up there for Brosras. Quick one, hand granate there. A bit of a rare grenade, to be honest. And the thing is, I mean, the Germans had their own Molotovs. In fact, industrially made Molotovs, which is called Brandflaschen or fire bottles, basically. There's a little fun fact there. Also had some slightly different sort of ways of being lit on fire as well, but little fun detail there. So, I mean, they also used them in Company as one there, but really again, I think the incendiary grenade is just an odd choice. But again, they really just had their own Molotovs. And of course, in that sense, you don't want both to have Molotovs, I suppose. But like, they also all have grenades. You know, it just seems weird to go for sort of, I think, rather rare grenade like the Brandhandgranate in this case. Troops moving ahead here. T-70 firing away. Supporting then, certainly giving Angreifen's head on assault a bit of a problem. Again, he needs to try and flank them. But again, with the T-70 about not really a lot of anti-tank weapons, it also makes it harder for Angreifen to actually do that now. But all the way, Schwerpanzer's quarters up. He's going to have to need some armor up fast enough. He could also consider some mines around here. Booby traps, well, they're also great. I mean, he's not really doing a lot of those, and it does tend to be one, I think, the bigger oversights with Oberkommando West players. They just don't use them despite being pretty good. They can actually have a surprisingly big impact, and unlike, say, you know, mines, they don't have a limitation on how many can actually hit depending on how the squadron is positioned. So in theory, a booby trap even from the Wehrmacht or the Oberkommando West, I mean, can actually, you know, wipe out a unit, if not at least closely heavily cripple it. Well, it's not as guaranteed as, say, you know, the third booby trap from over defense, but it can certainly have an impact as well. So it seems like, again, Angreifen are not going for it, despite having the mission for it. And again, it would make it easier for them to defend territory as well. And there you go, another big grenade assault here. Satchel's grenades being empty there as they run out the rations in the centre. Fox pushing up straight. Ah, he's going to get wiped there. Poorly conducted assault there by Angreifen. Brosras punishing him with a hammer and sickle. Charge goes off there, knocking out the church. Almost got the M31, but that's not really his big issue. That would be another T-70. More losses have been inflicted. Jaeger unit annihilated by the heavy mortar. We can see Angreifen is taking staggering casualties, and I think he's going to end up having to go here for the Ostwind, simply to try and make up for the losses he's suffering, because, yeah, there we go, Ostwind up, because he's just getting absolutely beaten silly. He's taking too many heavy casualties, and he's lost Jaegers and Volksgrenadiers now, and again, his opponent's got so much else out, so this is pretty bad for Angreifen. And he's going to have to then make really good use of the Ostwind to really have a chance of getting back into this. I mean, right now, though, Brosras doesn't have a lot of anti-tank. I mean, most he's got the sticky satchels there, which again requires him to get pretty close. So if Angreifen can make good use of the Ostwind, again requires, of course, not moving it all the time. There you go. Stop moving it. Stop moving. Ah! Then again, he's trying to take out the T-70s, I guess is less important, but he could actually guard the engineers as well. Okay, enough for white, bit of loss there. Got the T-72 strike cooldown around here. Consequence will take for the Kedneffer, and he's going to go straight within. Oh, staying close. He's trying to get a kill there on them. With the satchel charge, you can in theory do that. Of course, still required to get close enough. And now it's going to get hit with another sticky satchel charge here. certainly hiding the dangers of getting attacked too close to penal troopers here, and possibly also more reflecting actual, dynamics between infantry and tanks in World War II, where again, if the infantry got really close to the tank was in a lot of trouble. As you can see, the Ostman actually is. Right now, his Ostman is very low on health there. Veterans won though. Got another kill actually with the whole machine gun grenade assault going off here. We got PTSs there on the penals. In fact, he's upgraded both of them very quickly in response to the Ostman. That's actually going to help the rest of Angreifen's infantry out, though. He's going to need Obersoldaten now, and he's going to need quite a few of them to really carry on from this, because again, he's otherwise taking a pretty drastic beating. Still, he got a T7, he got some kills for the Ostman there, so it's not too bad, I guess, but really if he loses, though, it's GG. But he's going to need more infantry, he's going to need Obersoldaten to really carry the weight here, I think. Instead, he's calling in Jaegers, of course, just to get more presence out now. Right behind him, getting a few kills there. But no real serious impact there, field versus his opponent. And of course, the umpires need to quickly get fixing that Ostman here. I mean, the faster you can get that into back to action versus Brosras, the better. Meanwhile, Brosras here, of course, realising his opponent's gone for the Ostman. That means he doesn't have to immediately worry about any armour threats. So just rushing ahead there for more armour, it's not a bad idea. Of course, that can seriously threaten Angreifen's Ostman. Jaegers retreating, okay, if they're not wiped out, of course, quickly retreated, taken away there by Brosras. Fixing up the flak panzer here. Grushka there. Could be grenade assaulted, I suppose. Quickly getting away though. Needs to hit the cough bomb there, deny Brosras resources, slow him down a bit. And really, he needs some Obersoldaten. He needs some hardened German infantry. The finest men the 3rd SS can come up with. Which is not because the 3rd SS overall had a high casualty rate throughout the war. Meaning it never really managed to build up a sort of, cadre or corps of veteran infantry compared to some of the other SS Panzer divisions. I mean, they'll get, it's great talk from some of the German commanders, in their memoirs, but again, they tend to less talk about, again, that he suffered quite high casualties for such great performance. Commanders like Manstein and Guderian would praise them for. So that's a little, fun fact there to keep in mind. Again, Ostman performs better when it's not constantly moving. Again, we're talking a 50% decrease in accuracy. Again, I'm seeing more play, of course, learning it because I probably keep repeating it. But, there are still some players like Angreifen, it seems. There it goes, actually storming up then. But of course, in this case, there's a reload speed here. Still, again, my note. Doing a lot more damage when it's not moving every 5 seconds. He's going to need some anti-tank though, and again, Obersoldaten would help him out a lot. They're flanking here, the Discat. Could also try and take out the heavy mortar there, maybe. T-34 takes on the way there for Brosras and the 13th Tank Corps. Comes to the next target here with the flak panzer mortar also taking losses. Half H of Victory 2. I mean, if he gets to Victory 2, that'd be a great start there for Ostwind. That'd be a great start here. Fox's Jaegers moving in. He's actually being to take more territory away here from the north. That's good. Scout Cup perhaps getting a bit too close to such things. Pressing on with the Ostwind bit, but oh, they're going to get him a hit. Need to pull back. But 19 kills. I mean, that Ostwind's actually done plenty of damage here to Brosras to an extent. So I mean, it's not like it's a complete loss here. Though again, it is a bit risky. And he's going to need maybe be forced to go for Jagdpanzer to help contain the enemy armor. I mean, he could go for the Panzerforce as well. But either way, he can't rely on the Ostwind for much longer. And he needs it fixed up again. And he really should go for some Obersoldaten as well. But at the same time, he is keeping Brosras focused on the center, which is keeping away from the south, I suppose. So Ostwind being fixed up again. Really close to Victory 2. Again, if we get it there, I mean, that's going to help a lot. Because, again, higher rate of fire just over there helps a bit there. And then he can move towards 53, at which point it becomes an absolute killer. I mean, that's really sort of where the Ostwind sort of really begins to shine. I mean, it's a pretty good unit, again, if you know how to use it in the first place, but you can sort of get it to then higher levels of veterancy. The Ostwind becomes an absolute monster. That'll just tear allied infantry apart in a matter of moments. So the Ostwind's really sort of one of those units I feel like, that actually requires some serious skill. In the south, the Imperials were pushing through the minefield. No booby traps to hold them further, though. He's going to need to send troops down there. And he's sending the Ostwind northwards. I'm not entirely sure I'm thinking that's a great idea. I mean, no support, no anti-tank, no nothing there from Angreifen. in theory, you know, could get rushed, disabled with a satchel charge, and the T-34 hunts him down and knocks it out. So he needs to keep it close to, of course, his own infantry. I mean, again, the satchel charge, it's stick satchel, again, just really just represent, again, just the very high lethality of infantry attack. You know, if they're close to a tank, in most cases, again, you could just pop off something that could leave the Panzer in a very bad state, and that really is what the satchel charge, the sticker satchel, represents, to be honest. So that's kind of funny. Katyusha on the way for Brosras. Crates, in this case, saving the penal troopers. And there he goes, going for the Panther IV. I mean, in theory, he could try and stay up for the Panther, but I won't blame him going for the Panther IV, considering their overall circumstances, though, again, he needs to play it sensibly. They need to play it very sensibly. And he really should lay down some booby traps where he can, and of course, follow up with Obersoldaten. How did you hit me? He shot over the sheds! Petrov, how could you miss? I'm sorry, I only had 2 bottles of vodka. Petrov! Not again. Trying to spot the Kennev, in this case, reveals it, allowing the Austrian tech to then fire on it. He's got machine gun there supporting it. Allowing, in this case, to also take quite a few hits there, like Kennev retreating. His own like Kennev moving about, so he can actually engage the T-34. There you go, T-34 moves. Ooh, a few nasty hits. We got flares off there from Brosras as well. Good work there. Good work. There we go. Full out with the Katyusha barrage for an extra devastating hit. There is Angreifen. His Panzer IV, though, is around to the front line, but needs to get further towards the actual action. And of course, he's going to need the Austrian fixed up again. It's really close to victory 2 now. Really close. And there's still no booby traps here from Angreifen. Still no booby traps. And of course, you should not blindly charge in the Panzer IV. Report it with the infantry. Angreifen. Infanterie Unterstützung. In fact, as the war went on, the Germans were increasingly tasked infantry escorts to the tanks. Sort of like tank rides, sort of more specifically just there for protecting the tanks, if you will. So that's a little fun detail there as well. And certainly something worth learning from. And initially it was actually Stugs and Tiger tanks, I think, that sort of got such teams. In fact, Stugs were the first ones with the Stug brigades, but it seems to have caught on to other sort of German armoured elements. There you go, Austrian some good hits. Victory to 21 kills for the fatherland. Comes to the almost right like Kennev moving ahead here. Need to fix up both armoured pieces again. Try and flank more a bit as well. There you go, more folks moving in. Fixing up the Panzer IV first. Need to get the rest of the support teams working again. Yatesing towards the centre. Samig's big dark here, interesting. And Southern Victory Point being hit again. No booby traps once more from Angreifen. Panzer IV almost good to go there for them. MG-34 moving ahead. Forces being suppressed. And of course, tank riding wasn't something that was just unique to the Soviets. It's just what they're more known for. But the Germans were also, you know, just riding their tanks if they could. But occasionally it would have a few more hazards. For example, there were cases, I think, where there were issues with the Tiger tanks engineer doing a retreat, and then troops, you know, riding on the back, they fell asleep and died of carbon monoxide poisoning. More kills there with the Katyusha. Not good, not good. Pulling away his armour there for repairs. He should probably get some more Sturmpionier, but then again, he's more likely to have to go for more armour here. A Jagdpanzer, another Panzer IV, I think would be the best choice for Angreifen. That we can gain armour advantage and just sort of push through. People they're going straight for the battle group headquarters. Need to get the armour back and actually deal with them. Under a lot of pressure here from Brosras, but he's sort of holding on decently. And again, he does have victory to Austrian. Again, can't really underestimate a well-handled Austrian with his potential. There you go. Heavy fire there, and the penal troopers taking out several of them. Another T-34 there for Brosras. Folks going to use their halfway to Vet 25. Obviously repairs. He's just trying to knock out him. Also, any troops nearby the battle headquarters. Again, pulling things a bit further back there to avoid, you know, getting hit by an accidental stray round. Sensible choice there. But really, though, he needs to apply more pressure on the sides. He keeps just attacking to the centre again. That also just allows Brosras to just focus everything there. As you might notice, there's practically nothing here. So, I mean, again, you have to be careful about these sort of counter engagements. Again, they can be very favourable for your opponent because, again, it just makes them easier to focus the resources to defend. And generally you do not want to attack your opponent where he has everything hidden there, unless again you got some serious support elements, and that's currently not really what Angreifen has. He doesn't have artillery, he doesn't have smoke, he's not really got any of the things you really need to pull off a head-on assault like that. He needs to rely more on maneuver and sort of outmaneuvering his opponent, hitting hard. To an extent, but there you go, we got a Jagdpanzer on the way there, the Panther 470. Ostman good to go once more for Germany. Using Norfolk, could be mines, could be demo charges going to be laying down there, or just anti-personnel mines. T-34 moving ahead, more rocket fire there. Panther to T-34. Troops under fire there from Jaegers and the Ostwind. Make a quick retreating Stravniki. T-34 striking the base, well there's nothing there. Kernev is spotted and wiped. Nice move there by Brosras, less nice there by Angreifen. He's going to try and recruit, they're all under fire. Further pressure in the split here. Could actually pass go here, actually do some damage there. Jagdpanzer tank from front, he needs to be quick about it though. Ostwind moving ahead, where's the Panther 4? Aha! Angreifen. Passing straight to the Kernev for no infantry support. Ostwind up, and then needs to be seen either. Engaging it head on now, calling in artillery on the. He's going to lose. He lost the Panther 4. Again, rather silly handling of his armour there, not very efficient. And the artillery on not doing too much either there. I mean, he pulls back Brosras from the centre, but he's lost the Panther 4 in the process, and means he's only got an Ostwind and the Jagdpanzer to now take on 2 T-34 Katyusha and a lot of Russian infantry. Not really the best situation there for Angreifen, not really the best situation. Again, it should have, been less overly focused in the sense of trying, just give it to him and then just trying to hit in the north, try to force Brosras to attack into Angreifen, with his Jagdpanzer and the Ostwind and all that. That way, doing a lot more damage, for example. Punics moving ahead here into the Ostwind. In this case, the Panther 4's wreckage is turning quite advantageous for the Russians. Yeah, Panther need to deal with the T-34, but not turning. There we go, slowly, slowly. Another Katyusha barrage here around the centre. Being machine gun crew, again moving ahead as well. Machine gun almost being wiped. Ostwind also close to being destroyed here, taking a lot of damage from the Katyusha. Jagdpanzer falling back as well. And like Kernev gets. Oh, the machine gun actually gets wiped this round. Like Kernev is operable. Still, actually, more infantry for me. Got a smoke or flare off as well. No smoke though from Brosras, but at least he's making flares, that way. And again, idea there of how Angreifen is situated. Ostwind with a main gun inoperable. Certainly will struggle to fight off against any of Brosras' infantry as they sort of strike across a wider front here. Again, Brosras isn't attacking into sort of just directly, just easily into where Angreifen is strongest. He's maybe making some small distractions here, but apparently he's just trying to hit him where he isn't. In that regard, it's displaying, I think, a bit more tactical oversight than Angreifen here. Now the Katyusha there for Brosras. I mean, he's got a lot. Holy good lord. He went for another Ostwind here. I mean, he really wants to kill the infantry, but it does mean, again, he's going to be lacking a bit in dealing with the armour. And again, he's only got one Jagdpanzer, one KV with 2 T-34s. I mean, he can do it, but it's going to be a bit risky there. It's going to be a bit risky there for Angreifen. Which will lead to some mistakes here. Penals was rushing to the center, taking heavy fire from the MB-34. Ostman about there. Half H for T3. Again, if he gets to T3, there might be a chance of sort of stating a sort of more serious camp back here against Brosras. Second Ostman up. There you go. 2 Ostmans up in the conscripts there. In the centre there, Jaegers charging forts. Not really well supported by the Jagdpanzer or the Ostwind. Again, he's just. I think he's suffering from a severe case of tunnel vision here more than anything. Again, he's just overlooking the rest of the map to an extent. Again, he's just making it easy for Brosras to deal with them. I mean, now he's again trying to take it from the south, but again, he's trying to use his Ostwinds like their Panther 4s. And while they are based in the same chassis, they're not really Panther 4s. But in this case, we're actually able to stop the T-34. At a bit of a cost there. Continuing hit with the Ostwind supported by Kernev. A bit risky here. Feels like they've been caught in a small, narrow alley. Being murdered here by the Ostwind. Absolutely murdered. Two pioneers need to get it on the Ostwind, get it back in action. attack round there. And Malta gets away as well. Force moving towards there. Jagdpanzer needs to be able to support somewhat, I think. And he's just going for Royal Academy for not say more Sturmpioneers, more infantry. He's just going for another Academy. There you go. T-Fit 4 lands. A devastating hit. And the Force Gunners. More Katyusha fire. And he wipes the Sturmpioneers. His only Sturmpioneer squad got wiped here. And the Katyushas take out the Ostwind as well. That's pretty bad here. Again, that was his most veteran Ostwind. Again, close to veteran 3 on top of that. Plus your Sturmpioneers wiped. Yeah, that I think could make it impossible here for Angreifen to stage a comeback. Now again, he really needed that veteran Ostwind and he needed those Sturmpioneers to keep it all working. And look at Charles just charging in there. Again, he just doesn't care at this point, I think. He almost gets one T-Fit for the promise. There's still another one, and his armored units here are about to get knocked out. There you go. Jagdpanzer down. Damage into the T-34 from 6. Ostwind down as well. He's left with 2 Raketnevers now, and barely anything left. Now it's just down to 1 Raketnev, 1 machine gun, and 1 focus squad. There's an opponent with a lot of penal troopers, conscripts, machine guns, mortars, tanks, and Katyushas. In fact, now he's got no infantry left. And there you go. Angreifen leaves. Game over. GG. A victory here for Brosras. Bit of a bloody battle. Angreifen again. I think the overall mistake here again was just the case of tunnel vision. I'm just to focus all on this and just neglect the entire rest of the map there. A failure to use booby traps definitely didn't help Angreifen either. Plus some of those heavy losses there with a lot of the Volkskas suddenly dying out that didn't help him either. He never replaced them with orbital, which I also think was a mistake there. But again, primarily just tunnel vision. Should have tried to outmaneuver his opponent more. Brosras in the hand, I think, played pretty well. They're good use of conscripts, penal troopers, scout car, all of his armor there. The Katyusha certainly also proved quite good. I mean, double Katyusha is not something you see quite often, but it can certainly have an impact, as you saw there. So, overall, well played there by Brosras. And again, overall, he did not suffer from tunnel vision, though he could have flanked more, though, to be honest. Again, he could try more from here, but then again, with the Schwerpanzer to cause that out, because it would have less of an impact. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe to the friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay of your own or provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow for another signing episode. Bye.